Welcome to Team 7. Our project name is Car Hurdle Race. The team members are Mihir, Pawan, Siddharth, Lee and Abhishek. We are working on this project under the guidance of Raghuraja Adi sir. On the basis of topic gaming machine, here is our problem definition. Let's discuss briefly about our problem definition. In that, need statement. A new shopping mall which opened in Hubli is interested to have an innovative interactive robotic game in their gaming center. Though a claw machine was mentioned by the client as an example, she is not very keen on that machine. So we decided to design a gaming machine which must be entertaining for all aging groups above 3 years old. The machine should be cost efficient and energy efficient also. It should be 2x2x 1 feet in dimension and it should be costing less than or equal to 4000 rupees and it should have maximum of 5 hurdles. This is brief about our problem definition. Let's move on to the function tree and functional clustering. Under the conceptual design and product architecture, we establish the functions. In our project, we have mainly 4 functions: creating hurdles, end game, start game and play. In the creating hurdles, we have mainly 5 hurdles. Those are pendulum management, elevating bridge, elevating spikes and trapdoor and rotating blade. And these are the sub functions which are there in our hurdles. And the next function is start game. The start game function involves initiation of all the hurdles or obstacles, controller power and robotic power and initiate start of the game. And the next function is play. The function play has interface with robot and usage of controller. And the next function is end game. End game involves indicating status of end of the game and it should set all the obstacles to the original position, which is the function of end game, which is brief about our function tree. After the building of the function tree, we should cluster the functions into 4 main subsystems. Those are creating the hurdles, start the game, play and end the game. These are the main 4 subsystems identified in our project. After that, based on the morphological chart, we have generated 4 conceptual designs. Those are conceptual design 1, conceptual design 2, conceptual design 3 and conceptual design 4. We have used different methods for the working of the hurdles in each conceptual design, like using different motors and controllers and different mechanisms like rack and pinion mechanism and also the screw and jaw mechanism. And let's move on to the concept selection. Under the basis of weightage to the objectives and pug chart, we have selected an amazing concept in our 4 concepts, that is conceptual design 3. In that we have used a sensor to detect the coin and DC motor for the working of the pendulum and DC motor for the working of the rotating blade. And also in the hurdles like elevating bridge and elevating spikes, we have used rack and pinion mechanism and also limit switches in each hurdles for the detection of the boat.
So now let's begin with the virtual implementation of our project. First, the 3D models of our entire gaming system. These are the models of hurdles. Other parts which were readily available, we didn't design those. So the first is the pendulum, which would keep oscillating and it would have an IR sensor at the end of its bob, which would detect the vehicle. And once the vehicle is detected, the game would stop. This is the elevating bridge, which works on a rack and pinion mechanism. This is the trapdoor, which works on these both DC motors, which rotate opposite direction to each other and keep oscillating within a same angle. This is the rotating blade, which keeps rotating in one direction until the game is over. And this is the elevating bridge, which works same as this. This is the spikes, which works same as the elevating bridge. Now this is the circuit diagram of the entire system. These are the 6 DC motors which we would need for our project. 1 motor for pendulum, 1 for elevating bridge, 1 for spike, one for rotating blade, and two for trapdoors. This is the infrared sensor which would go in this bob here, and this other one at the end which would detect the vehicle and the game would stop. Here these are two RGB LEDs which would work as indicators to indicate whether the game has begun, end or standby. This is the push button. When we push this button, the game would begin. And this is the programmable coin acceptor. When you put coin in this accepting machine, it would begin the game. But to begin the game, after putting the coin, you need to press this button. When both of these are high, the game would start. This is the Arduino microprocessor. We are using Mega series here. And these are L293D motor drivers, which operate these motors based on the signal which is provided at these terminals by the processor. Now we would look how the processor has been programmed to work on all these hardwares. So this is the entire Simulink model of the project of our group. So this is the motor of pendulum part. This is elevating bridge part. Here this is trapdoor part. This is spikes, rotating trapdoors. These all buttons would not actually be on the project. These are just for simulation purpose. This is the start indication, stop indication, and these indications all would not be there on the project. These are for simulation purpose. So what happens in simulation is, first we would put the coin. Now if coin is high, that is coin is detected in the coin acceptor, and button is also high, that is button is also pressed, then the game would begin. There are two terminals A and B of this motor. Now first A is high, B is low. After 2 seconds, A will be low, B will be high. And after 2 seconds, again A will be high, B will be low. It will keep going on in loop until N becomes high or sensor becomes high. And it would give 1 as the output, and the end will be, game would be end finished. Same principle here. Just this is for rotating blade, so there is only one condition. First it would be stopped. G is 0, H is 0, which are two terminals of the motor. Then after 3 seconds it would start. G is 0, H is high. So when it is 0, it will go back, which would never happen. So it will keep rotating in this direction until end is detected, that is end is high or sensor is high.
So now moving on to bill of materials. A bill of materials is a list of the raw materials, sub-assemblies, intermediate assemblies, sub-components, parts and the quantities of each needed to manufacture an end product. The parts which we require to make our model are listed in the table. The first part, the parts were like blades which are made up of acrylic sheets. We required it in a quantity of 5. The fabrication processes which we needed were cutting and bending. Next comes the spikes. We use nuts and bolts to make the spikes. We required it in a quantity of 5. Next comes the jumper wire packs. These wires are made up of aluminium. These are single wires. We require them in a quantity of 2. We use soldering to attach them. Next comes the hurdle track. We use foam sheet to make the hurdles track. We required it in a quantity of 1. Next comes the nylon tube, which is made up of nylon. We required it in a quantity of 2. It is used for fastening the screws. Next comes the L293D motor driver IC. We required it in a quantity of 3. We soldered it on the PCB board. Next comes the bob. It is made up of acrylic sheet. This bob is the bob which is attached to the pendulum. It is a hurdle component. We required it in a quantity of 1. Next comes the DC motor. It is an actuator which we required in a quantity of 6. We mounted it on the holder. Next comes the IR sensor module. It is a type of sensor. We required it in a quantity of 2. Next comes RGB LED common anode. It is a common anode. We required it in the quantity of 2. Next comes the L clamp. It is made up of aluminium with dimensions 25 cm and 1 inch. We required it in the quantity of 1. Next comes again the L clamp, which is made up of aluminium but of different dimension, that is 25 cm and 2 inch. We required it in the quantity of 10. Next comes rack and pinion. It is made up of plastic of dimension 2 cm of diameter of the pinion. We required it in the quantity of 2. Next comes the Arduino board. It is a microcontroller. We required it in the quantity of 1. Next comes the coin acceptor, which was programmable, like 3 types of coins. We required it in the quantity of 1. Next comes the wall adapter power supply. It is a adapter which we used in our module of specification 12 volt DC and 2 amperes of current. Next comes the arcade button with LCD. The specification of this button is of 30 mm. Next comes the resistors. We use 100 ohm resistors we use 200 ohm resistors, one 220 ohm resistor and one 10k ohm resistor. Next comes the breadboard. We required it in the quantity of 1, which is used for making the circuits, attaching all the wires. Next comes the USB cable A to B. We used it in the quantity of 1. Next comes RGB LED. It is a LED with 3 colors. We required it in the quantity of 2. Next comes standard gear motor. Its specification was 107 RPM, that is 12 volts. We required it in the quantity of 6. So these were the materials which were used by us in making our model.
In this, we are going to see about motor sizing, battery sizing of our gaming machine. For this, we consider dimension of the track, density of material, mass of the track, diameter of gears, and the force that required for this. After calculating force, we calculated the torque. After calculating torque for elevating track, spikes and trapdoor, torque required is 0.017367 kg meter square per second square. So the rated RPM at 12 volt is 1000 RPM and the current required is 1.0472 amperes. Hence the battery sizing required is 3 amperes hour. For rotating blades, we consider dimension of wings, density of material and the mass of the track. We get the motor sizing of the device. Let's say we need 5 seconds to complete one rotation. That implies 12 RPM. So we want to attain 12 RPMs in 1 second. And the current required for this is 1.0427 ampere. So we use the battery that has capacity of 3 ampere hours. Like this, we calculated force, torque, motor sizing and battery sizing for the pendulum.
In this video, I am going to explain about the function and specification of the entire system. We all know that function is a group of mechanisms which do a specific work. We need different types of function for the entire system to work properly. We already see in the side of the function tree. To create car hurdle race, the following subsystems are identified. Start the game, creating hurdles, play, and end game. To start the game, we need functions like insert token, accept token, detect token, store the token. Insert token, a provision to insert coin. Accept token, begin the game when coin is inserted. Detect token, a measure to detect the inserted coin. Store the token, coins are inserted, should be stored inside. Now coming to the second subsystem, start the game and play by creating hurdles. We need functions like trapdoor, pendulum, rotating blade, elevating blade. These functions are used in such a way that the vehicle should not pass the hurdles easily. For example, rotating blade. Rotating blade, it keeps rotating the blades at such a speed at which it is not possible to pass the vehicle till the game continues. For the last subsystem, end the game, we need functions like status indicator, indicate game completion. Status indicator indicates via RGB LEDs 3 states, start, end and standby, and separate the indication for the coin accepted. Indicate game completion, we use indicators such as RGB LED.
So this was the video documentation of our project, and we would like to thank our mentor Mr. Raghuraja Adi sir for guiding us through every step. We would also like to thank Kelly Technological University for having these courses which brings out the creativeness in each student and also helps us in the future. Thank you.